It's Premier League predictions time ahead of the new season, 22-23. So football's kicked in earnest. I'm going to give you my bottom 3 and top 4. There's no point doing a full 20 because nobody really is going to get that right. We'll start with the bottom 3, shall we? And rock bottom of the pile is going to be Nottingham Forest. If only we just had a correspondent to tell us all about Nottingham Forest. Anyone? 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 Me neither. Anyway, I don't think they're going to spend loads of money. They may do a Norwich when they came it back up, not the last time before that. I think Steve Cooper's done a remarkable job. They were virtually in the relegation zone when they sacked Chris Hughton. Didn't work out for him there, but Steve Cooper took the job on. In the Cup, they beat Leicester at home. So they did get a few scalps along the way in their FA Cup run, but I don't think they've got the money equipped to survive in the Premier League. You know, Peter Van Hooijdonk, threw his toys at the pram last time they were in the Premier League. And some would say it's great to have them back, but I think they're going to go straight back down. I don't think they have players of Premier League quality. It's just come from the Championship. It's a different league. The Premier League is a different kettle of fish altogether, so I can see them slipping out of the league and only in the season for one season. Next up is going to be Fulham. Now, I've criticised Marco Silva since his days at Everton. He didn't do a better job than Allardyce. He only equalled the feat that Allardyce did. And the one thing that symbolises Marco Silva as a manager in the Premier League is he concedes goals 10 a penny. His team score goals, but they're like a leaky sieve at the back. 2 can nick your sayings as well, by the way. But Fulham have always played attractive football. Mitrovic got about 34 goals last season. I remember Robbie Savage saying once upon a time that Neil Warnock is a championship manager, and I think Mitrovic is a championship striker. He hasn't set the world alight in the Premier League, and I think he's going to struggle for goals this time round. It's easier to score goals in the Championship compared to the Premier League. But Marco Silva is a fraud, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Paul Merson called him out. The first one ever to do that, and I called him out. And he got the sack eventually from Everton. And if you can't keep a clean sheet, then you're not going to win football matches and you're not going to stay in this league. It's not all about how many goals you score, it's about how many you don't leak at the back. I mean, they might not leak as much as De Gea has for Man United last season, but I think Marco Silva's a fraud. I just don't get the appeasement with him. So Fulham, you're next in line to go down for me. Now, the third position in the bottom 3. And I think this will be, for me, Bournemouth. Another team that can attack, but at the back, very weak. So I think these 3 teams are nailed on. Bournemouth always played great football when Eddie Howe was there. So I don't see them surviving. So I don't see it really being a toss-up between the established teams in the Premier League who could go down to the bottom 3. Now, I'd love to see Brighton go down and Southampton, but I just don't see it, because the 3 teams that are coming up are going to go straight back down. Because as they say, whoever they are, what must come up must come down. So there's my 3. Just to recap: Nottingham Forest, Fulham and Bournemouth. Top 4. Now, this is going to be laughed at from pillar to post, but I think that we have a great chance of finishing 4th. I don't care if we have upheaval. I don't care if we're losing players left, right and centre, here, there and everywhere. I generally believe with the football and the money that we've spent, we can get 4th. I don't see any reason why. Newcastle will not finish 4th. They're never going to do what they achieved in 02-03 when they finished 3rd I think it was, under Sir Bobby Robson. We might have lost Pogba, we might have lost Cavani. We're still scrabbling around in the transfer market. And Ten Hag's got a tough job on his hands. We're not going to win the Europa League. I've said that before, so get that out of your minds here and now. But Ten Hag has got, it's like a poison chalice, the Man United manager's job post-Alex Ferguson. It's like the England job, or the difference is that Man United managers post-Alex Ferguson have won trophies. But, I think there is a discussion to be had with the two jobs in hand. I think Ten Hag, he could be De Boer or he could be a Gus Hiddink. When he came into Chelsea as an interim and won the FA Cup, I reckon he did. So I think we'll finish fourth. I think we'll have a small squad. I don't think we're going to have a ginormous squad, because there's 5 substitutes next season. Let's not forget. I remember Louis van Gaal said he wanted a small squad. So I think that's what's going to happen. But I think we'll sail to fourth. I really do. I don't think the teams like Newcastle, Aston Villa are going to pose a threat to us. I really don't. Third. I'm going to go for Chelsea. Now I know that they've just sold the club to Todd something or other, an American, as United fans know all about American ownership. I think the Chelsea dynasty and the Chelsea era is over. I don't see them recuperating and getting back to where they were under Abramovich, when he was spending money like it goes out of fashion, like confetti. I think they will struggle. That a period of dominance is not going to happen anymore, because Roman Abramovich was the brains of the operation. Now, they say, whoever they are, that they won their first league when Mourinho came in and they won back-to-back Premier Leagues. But would Mourinho have went to Chelsea, and would he have been given the money if Roman Abramovich wasn't there? And they wouldn't. And Chelsea were out of business, for a few moments, because Ken Bates couldn't sell the club, and then Abramovich come in, bailed them out. And you may not know this, but the reason that Roman Abramovich started liking football was when he watched Man United 4, Real Madrid 3. I bet you didn't know that, but you do now. So that's something that you can take away from this video, if nothing else. Anyway, so Chelsea, they need to clear out, they need a refresh, a reset. But I think they'll finish third. I don't see any problems there. Second, I'm going to put Man City. I know they've got Haaland. They're looking at other players going to their chairman. And they will be a force to be reckoned with, and they want the Champions League. You could say Man City is similar to us in many ways. We couldn't win the European Cup and Alex Ferguson for living on money. And eventually in '99, we did it. We won it in stoppage time, with Solskjaer scoring the winner, not the equaliser, the winner in the Champions League final. You'd think somebody who's a Man United fan would know all about that, wouldn't you? But not to be, is it? Weird, that one. Anyway, so Man City, got Pep Guardiola. They accumulated over 90 points. They did the same when they won the league. Pippin, what, to the post, and they did the same last season as well. So I could see Man City getting stronger. They're not going to lose many games. It's about 3. So they got proven pedigree. Pep's fantastic. The squad's fantastic. Yeah, they lost Fernandinho, but they got Rodri, an ideal replacement. Because unlike us, they buy players a couple of years in advance, because they know likes of Fernandinho, who have already left, will depart. And it's like Jesus may depart as well. So they've got so much firepower, and I don't see them winning the league. I see them finishing second though. And last but not least, top of the tree, top of the pile, top of the pops, if you like as well, Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, you got it. I think Conte has got a windfall coming up. 150 million he's going to have to spend. They've got Son and Kane, so they've got a starting point. Those two are the best players they have. If they can add to that squad, because they did, didn't they? In January, Kureski if that's how you pronounce it, and Bentancur, and they were covered in quality signings. You know, nobody thought, well, is Spurs going to do a Spursy and get out of the top four, because Arsenal were there for a long, long time. But Spurs, Conte is a fantastic manager. He's a driven manager. He is so fantastic. You know, he's won the league already, and I think he's capable of winning the league with Spurs. So it'll be interesting to see who they buy, because if they get it right, then the rest of the league needs to watch out, because Conte is coming for you. Conte's going to put a pig's head in your bed. I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. So, let's recap overall. Bottom three: Nottingham Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth. Top four: Man United, Chelsea, Man City, and Tottenham Hotspur. Feel free to give me your predictions ahead of the new season in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video as